like to change the title of this talk so that it now sounds changing mindset and transforming nation. The leader who should have his mindset changed, the people themselves, especially the administrators, must have a mindset change. For this, there is a need for them to understand what sort of mindset will enable us to undertake transformation. We know that in this world there are countries which do well, which succeed, and there are what we sometimes hear being called the failed nations. I mean, some Western countries have classified some of the developing countries as failed nations. In the case of Malaysia, we were under foreign rule for almost 400 years, beginning with the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British, the Japanese, the Thais. Everybody seems to rule Malaysia. And Malaysians accept this because they think that is the position, that is the thing as it should be. That we will always be ruled by other people. We will always be the underdog, and there will never be any progress achieved by us. That is the mindset that we had because of 400 years of foreign rule. If we don't change that mindset, then of course we will not make any progress at all. That is why we put up the slogan which was mentioned by Mr. Mahathir just now, Malaysia Boleh. Malaysia Boleh means you can. To convince you that you can do what others can do, you have to tell yourself that you can. And so we made popular the slogan, you can, Malaysia can. We can. We can do what others can do. Once we accept that, we feel less inferior. We feel that we can do what others can do. And if others can become developed countries, why not us? That is a very important mindset that we must have. But having determined, having accepted or believed that we can do it, now what is it that we want to do? Obviously we want to progress. Obviously we want to be as tall as the others. So in order to do that, we need further changes in our mindsets. In Malaysia, we decided that we should look at the countries which have done well after the last war. We noticed that although Europe and America were classified as developed countries, there is a certain degree of loss of direction in the case of Europe and America. They were still leading, but they seem to have majored, plateaued. They are not moving up as much as they should. Yet in the East, we find countries like Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and even China later on. These countries were making great progress. From the destruction of the wars, they have recovered, rebuilt themselves, and they have caught up with the West. We believe that they have something, or they have done something, that enables them to make this tremendous progress. If they want to avoid that, if they want to avoid feeling ashamed, then they must strive and strive very hard so as to succeed. This is the Japanese, the principal motivation or drive force that drives the Japanese to move and catch up with others and excel. They do not want to feel ashamed. So that when the Japanese products were condemned by the world as being of poor quality, they were determined that they would improve on their products. And indeed they have done. Today, Japanese products are regarded as the standard for the products of other countries. If we can achieve Japanese standards, then you have made it. You have achieved world standard.